Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2026 Diamond Days Tournament here in Casselton, North Dakota. We'll be playing on Valley Process Technology Field here. We call it VPT Field for short. And we are excited to have several teams here for a Babe Ruth tournament, as well as 9U, 10U, 11U, 12U. The youth tournament gets started tomorrow. Today we start the Babe Ruth tournament, and we have teams from almost every district playing in this tournament, so we're really excited about that. In this first game, Carrington will be facing the hometown Casselton Black Stockings, which is Casselton's 15-year-old team. So first we'll read off Carrington's lineup here. Reserves are number 7, Brooks Moselle, number 12, Michael Vandehoven, number 10, Garrett Van Ray, number 18, Howie Simonson, number 24, Creed Kirkeby, and then the starting lineup is the shortstop, number 21, Landon Clifton. Batting second is number 11, a third baseman, Radke Hui. Then number 32, the catcher, Isaiah Oedis. Number 36, the pitcher, Evan Johnson. Number 1 in left field is James Rao. Number 27 at first base is Lakin Johnson. Number 34, the designated hitter, is Jackson Zink. Number 6, the second baseman, is Adrian Oedis. Number 0, the center fielder, is Weston Ehrman. And then number 4 is Blake Broughton. So for the Casselton Black Stockings, the reserves are number 3, Kate Johnson, number 11, Dakota Manikowski, number 12, Carson Mitchell, number 14, Soren Pyle, number 16, Wyatt Fott, number 17, Elliot Anderson. And here are your starting lineups, coached by Max Koppervig and Eli Boer. The shortstop, number 6, Colton Mansky, will be leading off. Then it'll be number 4, the pitcher, Keegan Broughton. Then number 2, the catcher, Jack Meyer. Number 20, the first baseman, Jack Sawicki. Number 9, the third baseman, Elijah Halverson. Number 8, the right fielder, Jake Myron. Number 10, the left fielder, Easton Klein. Number 1, at second base, Connor Lorenz. And then number 5 out in center field, Jack Verkota. Umpires for this evening's game, looks like we have Georgia Hughes on the bases and Braden Wolfgram behind the plate. We will take a quick break. Keep watching here on yourliveevent.com.
We say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. Casselton Parks and Recreation provides a wide range of programs, activities, and community events throughout the year. From parks, facilities, shelters, and outdoor spaces, they're perfect for gatherings, recreation, and enjoying a peaceful break in nature. Enjoy Cottonwood Golf Course for a fun and challenging round of golf for every skill level. To book a tee time or to find out more about Casselton Parks and Recreation, go online to CasseltonParks.com. That's CasseltonParks.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Welcome to the 130th Annual Norman County Fair, June 24th through 27th, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day. New this year, Jindo Bingo, the Big Air ATV show in the R&J Broadcasting Grandstand. Plus free music, basketball challenge, Check 6 Veterans Day, Youth Day, Senior Day, racing, the Mooncats, lumberjack shows, and so much more. For the full schedule, visit NormanCountyFair.com. Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 24th through 27th. It's where summer begins and the fun never ends.
The world of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com. Order yours today.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
All right, we are back here and we're ready to go. We had a great national anthem there by Kelsey Voigtman, CentroCast student, and now we're already ready for the first pitch here. The shortstop, number 21, Landon Clifton for Carrington, coming to the plate. Really fun to have all these teams coming from the different districts, and really kind of like a mini state tournament in June, which is kind of the thought process. Then what we always like to do is we always like to have like bigger Class B, smaller Class A type towns come to this tournament, and it really turned into a complete bigger Class B tournament this year for Babe Ruth, which is fun. And so Landon Clifton, the shortstop here, and my name is Brent Everson. I'll be doing the play-by-play this afternoon, and Cale Lewis joins me here as the color man. Cale, what are you looking for today?
As always, when we watch this Black Stockings team play, couple things here. One, to me, it just kind of revolves around how Keegan can pitch today. If he's on, he's tough to beat. And I would say then after that, probably your top three batters. Again, Keegan Broughton being one of those, along with Jack Meyer and Colton Mansky. Those are your table setters and your probably your core. I think if they do well, I think this team sails.
Makes sense. Yeah, they're playing really well. They started a little slow this summer and struggled in Valley City. Really kind of started to get going against Hankinson and then have played pretty good ball since then. We watched them early this year against a Thompson team that doesn't even have Thompson's best player, and Thompson really kind of took it to them. They've looked a lot better, haven't they, Cale?
I would say ever since that Valley City game, I know Coach Matt Kobrovic had expressed his disappointment.
That was Radke Hui, third baseman, grounded out to Connor Lorenz, who made a nice play. Okay, keep going, Cale.
Yeah, he was a little bit upset about that, and I think after that, the next practice was kind of an eye-opener for the boys, and after that, they've been pretty lights out.
Here comes Isaiah Oatis, and for any of you Carrington folks, if we're saying that incorrectly, let us know. And we good-looking young player out there. Like you said, Keegan Broughton has been really solid. I have a feeling this game will go a little bit as him and Jack Meyer go. Jack Meyer is behind the plate at catcher. If you're looking out at the field right now, from left to right, you can see Easton Klein in left, Jack Verkota's in center. And then over in right field is Jake Myron. And you go left to right in the infield, third baseman Elijah Helverson. Shortstop Colton Mansky, who's just had a supreme year. He's really been a stud for the Black Stockings. Second base, as we mentioned before, is Connor Lorenz. And then the first baseman is Jack Sawicki. Then once again, the battery this evening is Keegan Broughton pitching and Jack Meyer behind the plate at catcher. Well, somehow that didn't hit him. I don't know how that happened. Almost looked like it curved around him from the backside. You don't see that very often. So full count here with the payoff pitch. Nice looking swing there.
Boy,
Mansky to his left makes a nice play, and there's a quick inning for the Black Stockings. 3 up, 3 down. We will head to the bottom of the first where there is still a score, 0-0. And we'll see what the Black Stockings do at their first time at bat. Keep watching here on YourLiveEvent.com.
EU, June 30th, 2026.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
All R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing.
All right, we are back here as we're getting ready for the bottom of the first inning. And leading off for Colton Mansky, we have the shortstop, number 6. And he's just had a fantastic year so far on the mound, in the field, and probably especially hitting. Expect big things today from Colton Mansky, don't we, Cale?
Absolutely. Again, like I said, I think between him, Jack Meyer, and Keegan Broughton, I think this team kind of goes as they go.
Yeah, they've kind of had a big 3. I remember last time we did a game, Cale, you said, hey, I'm expecting a lot of those 3, and I think they went 7 for 8 that game. So called that one pretty good. And Colton gets there in time. Looks like he's going to get to second base on the overthrow here. As a reminder, all turf field here. So with the rain in the forecast, that gives us hope. And hopefully we won't have to play through the rain for too long, but we do feel good about being able to continue, as long as there's no lightning and it's not an active storm forever. So here comes the pitcher, Keegan Broughton. Keegan's a really strong hitter, really strong player. His older brother is assistant coach for the Railcats and plays baseball at Dickinson State and was a member of the Legion program here up through last summer. And if you've watched Logan play, Keegan's going to look really familiar because Keegan does a lot of the same things, a lot of the same mannerisms, and really a really good ball player, just like Logan. Stolen base there with the head first slide from Mansky. Yeah, my son Alex Everson is an ump, and he was umping a nice hit up the middle there by Broughton. He was umping a Blackstocking game, and he heard Keegan say to the catcher the first time up, he said, "You're going to throw a curveball here," and they did, and he ripped it. And then the next time up, he said, "You're going to throw a curveball here." And they did, and he ripped it. And so smart player, really savvy for the game, and knows what to do with it when he calls it. So here comes Jack Meyer. Now, Cale, you're a catching aficionado and love to see good catching. What do you see in Jack Meyer?
He's going to be a good one. He is good movement left to right. Does a good job of getting in front of balls. He's young. He's got lots to learn, but I think he is in that long line of good catchers here we have in Casselton for our baseball program. Swings a pretty good bat too.
Little chopper there to third, and look like they will get him just in time there. Nice play by Huey over there at third base, sending it over to Lake and Johnson. The battery for Carrington this afternoon, the pitcher is Evan Johnson, big kid, really big kid, tall kid, and the catcher is Isaiah Oetis. So now Jack Swicky comes to the plate. Speaking of big kids, big strong kids, he likes to park right up there by the plate, and he flies out to left here. There'll be 2 outs as that brings up Elijah Helverson, the third baseman. Helverson with a strong hit there right away. And up walks Jake Myron, the right fielder. Sorry, we're working with our innings here. We'll get those corrected for you. So bear with us while we get that figured out. Here comes Elijah Helverson to second base there. Nice little delayed steal, seeing if they can get him to bite. And Randy Huey's team wasn't having any of it. Once again, this is Jake Myron at the plate, the right fielder. Facing up against really tall Evan Johnson. Tall, strong kid. Yeah, this is always an interesting age between 13 through 15 because you just see quite the discrepancy in some of the kids. And really seems to start to even out about 16, 17. Of course, you can continue to get a lot more athletic and grow into your body all the way to like 27, 28. But you really see some of it even out where the kids that put the most time in tend to be the better ones at 16 or 17. Nice play there out in center field with Weston Ehrman came over and camped under that. But a good inning there for the Black Stockings. And we will head to the top of the second inning. Keep watching here on YourLiveEvent.com.
All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I.
All right, we are back here. Sorry, just having a little bit of a lag time here, so sorry that we missed that really big hit there by Evan Johnson. That's the pitcher that we've been talking about, and looks like he can do it with the bat as well. Hit a long one there to left center. Apologize that we missed it for fans of Evan Johnson and Carrington District 4 here. Nice little chopper back to Keegan, and Keegan will get the first out there. That was James Rao, the left fielder, and now that brings up Lakin Johnson, the first baseman. Hate to assume anything here, but you got a couple Johnson on the team. Not sure what the relationship is or anything like that, but we will find out more on that. Nice outside corner pitch there by Keegan. Yeah, you're also a weather guy, Kale. What are you expecting?
Well, we are in Casselton, so normally, if we're playing baseball, it'll come right over us. But if we weren't and we needed the rain, it would separate us. So I'm guessing we'll get a little bit of rain. I don't think it'll be enough to deter us. At least that's my hope. Otherwise, it's an absolutely beautiful day to play baseball.
So once again, this is Lakin Johnson, the first baseman. In the batter's box facing Keegan Broughton, we got Evan Johnson on third base, the pitcher. Hit it right back up the middle again to Keegan. Keegan throws it over there to Sawicki, and 2 quick outs. Now batting the designated hitter, number 34, Jackson Zink. I know you joked before the game that you're pretty surprised that there was a Zink from Carrington, right?
Yeah, I thought they all moved to Hillsboro, I guess, but evidently there are some other ones that stayed in Carrington. I'm guessing there's a lot more than just a few.
Absolutely.
Just a guess.
Absolutely. Good wrestlers with that last name.
Yeah, usually it's pretty synonymous.
Keegan so far living up to what you had talked about, just seeing, might go as he goes, and really looks to be attacking the zone here early. Evan got into a pitch there, but I think you'll take that as long as it's not surrounded by walks and all that stuff. So we'll see how he handles Zink here. Pass ball, got a run here for Carrington.
Yeah, that one just got away from him just a little bit on the outside corner there. I would have liked to see maybe Jack just slide over just a little bit and get that knocked down, but sometimes it's just out of your reach, and you just can't.
Ooh, nice attempt there by Klein. And Mansky, we've seen that at every level. That can be a tough one. You're both going hard after it and just kind of getting the method down of how best to do that. But a really nice attempt by Klein there. Here comes the second baseman, Adrian Otis. Is that right there? We only have one run. Is it 1-1? We're sitting here at 1-1, tie game. 2 outs there. It's a nice run for Carrington to get get her back to even.
I really like how Keegan has approached this game here. That's one thing, if you don't know Keegan very well, he's not shy. He's not afraid. He's going to go right at you. And he's going to brush you back. He's going to let you know that he is in charge. And he's going to slide one by, and you're not going to okay, well, I didn't expect that, but that's how Keegan operates.
I was impressed with how he handled the pass ball there. You can see a lot of emotion sometimes in this age of kid, and like you say, Keegan's kind of a spark plug and could show emotion there, but really does a good job. And he's a kid. He's helping out coaching this summer at the T-ball and squirts level, and he also comes and helps out on Friday morning optional. And he just he really has a knack for it. Kids kind of gravitate to him, and he really comes at it with a high level of care, which is super appreciated, and may have a future in that along with his playing. So now center fielder, who made a nice play there at the end of that last half inning, Weston Ehrman, comes to the plate.
Looks like Carrington's got something cooking here. Guys on first, second, 2 outs. Keegan's got to do a little bit. He's got to do some work here to control this. Otherwise, you don't want it to get any worse. I mean, it's not, not even close to out of control, but sometimes, like you said, the emotional part of this is when you guys, some guys just don't operate as well, not bad, but as well with guys on base.
Nice pitch there. Yeah, and you don't really want to get your pitch count up there too much either. You know, some of this is as a staff, you're managing all of that too. You want to kind of have a preconceived notion coming into the tournament that you want to pitch certain guys and do all that. So Carrington doing a nice job of making Keegan work a little bit there too. Good pitch there to in the inning, and we'll be at 1-1 here as we go to the bottom of the second inning. Black Stockings 1, Carrington from District 4 also 1. Keep watching here on YourLiveEvent.com.
On us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger.
We're back here. We're back here in the bottom of the second inning. Easton Klein will be leading off here with Connor Lorenz and Dakota to follow. It's again Evan Johnson on the mound here for Carrington. Carrington, you know, doing some really nice things from a baseball perspective. Got some nice field up there. Got a really nice youth field as you first drive into town there. Fun to see that kind of work. And then, you know, lo and behold, you also see their teams getting better. So that's fun to see. And here we go with Easton Klein leading off for the Casselton Black Stockings. Easton, I know one of the things he's doing this, he's also helping with some youth coaching, and he's doing a little extra track work this summer, and seems, whoa, really nice attempt there. That was a great attempt by the catcher, Otis, and boy, really dove close to the dugout railing there. Plays with a reckless abandon, it appears. Nice attempt, really nice attempt. Nice pitch there by Johnson, hitting the outside corner. We are now at we're even at the count with 1-1. Nice rip there over the shortstop for Klein. Here comes Connor Lorenz, number 1, playing second base this afternoon. And we got no outs. Really evenly played game here so far. Popeye looks like took a little while to decide who's going to do something with it. And Easton got caught off our first base there. So that's 2 quick outs. That is a pitcher's best friend there for Mr. Johnson. Here comes the lefty, Jack Dakota. Playing center field this evening, or this afternoon, I should say. So for a batter here, Cale, what is facing a big, tall pitcher like this? What are the pros and cons of that for the batter?
Well, I don't think I don't know if I guess in this case he probably, you'd like to think that a bigger, tall guy, throws a little harder, but I don't think I think he throws hard enough. But I think at this point, the Black Stockings, have seen just as good or better than this gentleman. But I think really, I think what it comes down to is I think that the Black Stockings got to start playing within themselves and making sure that they do the little things that they need to do to, win ball game.
That's a foul ball there, and our foul balls are sponsored by Excel Energy. Tonight's game is brought to you by Excel Energy, proudly powering communities like Casselton and across North Dakota. We are back. We are back here and sitting at 101 with 2 outs here after that double play. Got the runs on second base, and we're at the top of the order here with Colton Mansky for the Black Stockings. Nice hit there between third and short. Won't quite score the runner, and my fault. That's Jack Dakota. That's now at third base, was at second base. And here comes Keegan Broughton with runners at first and third. And as you had mentioned, with Carrington having something cooking, now Casselton has something cooking, don't they?
Yeah, they. I think the fact that they got back to their top of the order, there is that's where they feast. So I think if they can, they're going to put something together. I think it's got to be now.
Mansky takes that base there. Pretty rarely are you going to see that that guy thrown out in that situation at the Babe Ruth level between first and third. So that's pretty much a go all the time situation, is unless you have an exceptional catcher.
Yep, for sure.
Little fly ball there to right for Broughton, and they do in the inning and stop the little rally that the Black Stockings had. So it will stay after 2 innings. It will stay 1-1 between Black Stockings and Carrington. Keep watching here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At the same time, insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated. So you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. Casselton Parks and Recreation provides a wide range of programs, activities, and community events throughout the year. From parks, facilities, shelters, and outdoor spaces, they're perfect for gatherings, recreation, and enjoying a peaceful break in nature. Enjoy.
We're back here. A little ground there. Carrington is back to the top of the order here as well with Landon Clifton, and hit a little ground ball there to Lorenz. 4-3 on the putout. That will bring up the second batter, third baseman Radke Hui, which I would assume is Randy's son, who is coaching for Carrington today. Randy work with him a lot anytime you're doing something with Carrington baseball, so he's heavily involved there and helping do some really great things in Carrington. So the bracket is set up where the people from the same districts really shouldn't face each other. They're on the opposite side of the brackets, and it doesn't cross bracket in any of the future rounds. So really, unless they get to the championship or play each other in like a 7th and 8th place game or something like that, you really shouldn't match up until Sunday at the earliest here. So will be fun for these teams to get to face some teams that maybe they don't usually face, and get a glimpse if they happen to make it to Watford City for the state tournament. Maybe they'll have some experience against one of these teams. But here we go. The catcher Isaiah Otis is coming up, and that is after the walk by Hui. Called a balk there. I suppose he didn't step off the back. He stepped to the side and then didn't throw. So I think when you step to the side, you have to throw that one over to first. Is that how you saw that one, Kale?
Yep, that's exactly what I think. He did not step off the backside.
And that's the delineation there, right? If you step off the back, then it's not then you don't have to throw it. But if you kind of try to do the quick pick there, you have to throw it. Is that right?
That's, to my knowledge, that's the rule. But
here comes Evan Johnson, who really got into one last time up. There, hit it hard again, but it looks like Lorenz is going to take that tailor-made double play. Was playing up the middle. Once again, pitcher's best friend. 2 double plays in a Babe Ruth game, and it's not even past the top of the 3rd inning. That's you don't see that very often, do you?
Absolutely not, but what a great heads-up play by Connor.
All right, well, keep watching on yourliveevent.com, and let's see what we're going to see next.
For a fun and challenging round of golf for every skill level. To book a tee time or to find out more about Casselton Parks and Recreation, go online to CasseltonParks.com. That's CasseltonParks.com.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities.
All right, we are back here, and here comes Jack Beyer leading off here for the Black Stockings. It's 1-1. There's a foul ball by Meyer there as Evan Johnson still continues on the mound here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Looks like he got a little fly ball out there to center. And center fielder Weston Ehrman has had a couple of putouts there. Here comes Jack Sawicki, number 20. Jack's playing first base, as is his customary position. Him and Wyatt Fott have looked pretty good over there this year. Wyatt's gotten maybe a little more time pitching. But in the second games, you also see him play some first base, and it's always good to have some competition pushing each other here.
Okay, here. And I think this one's wired, so should we cross over to, like, I don't know. So what should I do? Should I click on that OBS? Well, nope, so I'm on it now. Oops. Okay, so what should I do from here? It's like four green buttons.
Gets a little hit by pitch there. And once again, Sawicki likes to stand super close to home plate there. So not surprising to see him get clipped there with one. And we just talked about Wyatt Fott running, and here he comes in there at first base. Elijah Halverson with his brand new walk-up song. I think Elijah tends to be a little bit of a walk-up song aficionado, because this is his second or third one of the year, but we approve. This is a good one, so it's kind of a fun thing for the kids of all ages to think about what that would be for them, and so we try and do that with any of these teams on the top field. Nice stolen base there by Fott. Wyatt Fott, nice young player. He's really put a lot of time into baseball, put a lot of time into pitching. Multi-sport guy. Fun to see him getting some opportunity out here in the first game. Ball just a little bit outside from Johnson.
It's not giving me any numbers. It's giving me just choices like boxes to, do you know what I mean? Okay, there was a left side I wasn't seeing their output. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, yep.
Elijah's one of these kids, looks like he spends a lot of time in the weight room. Real strong kid. Explosive for being a 15-year-old. And his dad's on the Central Cass football staff. And so maybe comes by that a little bit naturally. Here comes Jake Myron playing right field this afternoon. Once again, the Black Stockings could have something cooking here. The Carrington has done a really nice job of keeping the forces, having the runners staying at first and second here. But Myron is up with one out and has a really good chance here to break something open here. So we'll see. Bottom of the third inning. Once again, our umpires this afternoon on the bases is Georgia Hughes or Cody Hughes or Jordan Hughes, depending on how well you know him, I guess. I don't know if that's the delineation or not, but we tend to hear him called Georgia a lot by his buddies, and Cody a lot in writing. He does a really nice job and has really been umping at all levels out here for a long time, and he does a really great job of mentoring our young umps, so that's excellent. And then, behind the plate is Braden Wolfgram of Thompson fame, really good baseball player who is going into, I believe, his third, maybe fourth year. I think third year for Concordia this coming year, and has had a nice career there as well, playing two ways, both playing some on the offensive side and one of their top pitchers. So fun to have him coming out here and umping in Casselton. When our Junior Legion team was playing in West Fargo this year, he was umping there as well. So I think he's probably getting after it pretty good this summer is my guess. That was hit well again. Easton Klein really having a day at the plate. And Fott scores there from second. Easton really opportunistic, and that ball got past the cutoff man and got to second base. So here we go. We're sitting with 2 outs, guys at second and third. And here comes Connell Lorenz.
Calm down a little bit. It's a good idea on the catcher's end. Just to say, you know what, we're good. Just take a break, breathe.
Yeah, catcher Oda showing some good leadership there. And just kind of a good feel there for the game of knowing when that needs to happen. Once again, this is something that could turn into quite a bit bigger inning, or Carrington could kind of stop the rally and keep it at 1 run, and you tend to not lose from that late in the game. It's when you turn these into crooked numbers or it can be tough. Nice pitch in there. Evan Johnson steps up. Like you said, the catcher came out, and they had a good conference, and good things look like happened right after that. So 2-1. Black Stockings, they do get in the lead, and we have a nice little pattern here of Black Stockings score 1 inning and Carrington score the next inning and Black Stockings score the next. So we'll see if that continues here. Keep watching on yourliveevent.com.
Own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
All right, here we go with welcome back, the left fielder James Rao for Carrington, leading off this inning against Keegan Broughton, who's still in there and started this game. 2-1, well played game so far. Both teams have had have really been knocking on the door with more runs, but the defense has done a good job of closing the innings out. Jack Sawicki with the out at first base here, catches a pop fly. Here comes the first baseman, Lakin Johnson.
Good leadership there by Mr. Sawicki. Keegan was coming over to help him out, to make a play on that pop fly, and Jack said, "Nuh-uh." Yeah, and that's his priority. We've talked about that before, and that's
absolutely
that's a good play.
And you like seeing that Keegan and Jack and the different guys were over there to go for it. That should happen, and they all should be yelling. But Jack, that's definitely Jack's ball, isn't it?
Absolutely, it is. Something seems so simple, but when you get guys that really just aren't good at communicating, and they don't call it like that, and that's when things happen that aren't good.
Yeah, and you can see that at every level, right? We've seen that at all ages.
You see that you see that in the major leagues.
For sure.
So
looks like Keegan's throwing hard. Definitely hasn't lost any velocity as the game went on. If anything, it looks like he's maybe has upped his velocity a little bit. Now the designated hitter number 34, Jackson Zink. Runner at first and 1 out. So to go through some of the other matchups that we'll get to see today. Next game will be Beulah and Lemoore. and that's District 5 and District 6 facing off. Then at 5 o'clock tonight, Thompson, perennial baseball power at all levels. That was a close one there. I had him leaning the wrong way, but bang play, and he was safe. So Thompson, perennial power from District 4 is playing against Lisbon from District 6, who really has had some nice things going here in the last so many years. Railcats, the 14-year-old team from Casselton, will be playing Watford City tonight, so that's a District 7 versus District 1, probably a rare District 7 versus District 1 matchup in Babe Ruth baseball. We're super appreciative of them being willing to come down here. And, of course, all these teams are hoping that they get a return trip to Watford City for the state tournament this year. And how Babe Ruth works here is, you have to get past your district. And there's only one team from each district that moves on. And except for the host district, of course, they get 2. Good backup by Broughton.
Superb backup there. That was something there.
That was something. That was kind of a mix of good and bad there. You don't mind seeing teams throw it around as long as they're backing each other up and they're stopping the ball and doing all that, but yet none of them were successful. So I'm sure Coach Coppervig and Coach Boer would have liked to seen that work out a little bit differently.
So I think sometimes what happens is that guys like to, and I 100% get it, when you're that age, it's just how it is. But at some point, I think you got to figure out, in this, they will grow into this, because I've seen haymakers do it too, but
Halverson with a really nice play and strong throw there, giving up the out for the run at this point early in the game, and but a good inning going nonetheless here for Carrington. You do feel good as a defense, though. Now nobody on base, 2 outs. Feel pretty good about getting out of this inning. We'll see where that goes. This is the center fielder, Weston Ehrman, who's already made a couple nice plays out in center field. Nice hit. Ehrman with a nice hit over shortstop.
I'd like to see Keegan follow through a little more. At this point, it looks like he's just throwing the ball, which, of course, is going to start to lead to a little bit more erratic, pitching. But I think he's such a competitor. He makes it work. But I think
Jack Meyer's going to get a chance to throw a guy out, and he got him. Got him. Nice throw there by Meyer. Ball got there actually quite a bit before him, it looked like, but a nice tag by Lorenz. But Carrington does take the lead now, 3-2, as we move into the bottom of the 4th inning. Looked like Ehrman might have hurt his finger there a little bit. Hopefully there's not a broken situation there. We'll find out more as we come back. Keep watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
Welcome to the 130th Annual Norman County Fair, June 24th through 27th, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day. New this year, Jindo Bingo, the Big Air ATV show in the R&J Broadcasting Grandstand. Plus free music, basketball challenge, Check 6 Veterans Day, Youth Day, Senior Day, racing, the Mooncats, lumberjack shows, and so much more. For the full schedule, visit NormanCountyFair.com. Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 24th through 27th. It's where summer begins. The fun never ends.
All right, we are back here as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And looks like Weston Ehrman's still coming off the field there. I have a feeling with that tag, something happened with his finger there. Looked like he was in a decent amount of pain.
I was just telling Sam Stagg, our Railcats coach, I said, this is where those sliding mitts actually are good.
Yeah.
Because they do protect your hands when you're sliding into base. You know, because if you're going in head first most of the time, I mean, their chances of you getting a finger buggled up in that base, stepped on, I mean, there's a number of things that can happen, and then that's why they actually have those things.
Yeah.
And it appears that might be what's going on. I hope that guy is okay, and it's not too bad.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of different ways throughout the years of people trying to save their fingers stealing. Can you think of some other examples? The latest, of course, is a sliding mitt, but you can think of some other examples of how people would try to save their fingers on the base pass.
Boy, I don't. I don't know. I mean, it's just, you know, the sliding mitts with the last few years have just kind of gone gangbusters. You know, everybody that runs a base gets one. You know, of course, Grayson doesn't because he doesn't run the base very often, so he does not wear one. But I can tell you that if I were a baseball player, I would definitely have one. That's going to be trouble.
Nice.
That right fielder.
That's a really nice play there.
That right fielder is that Broughton out there and right.
Yeah.
That's a nice play. He covered some ground there.
Yeah.
That's a nice little play.
Yeah, I think in this level of game, you almost fully expect that ball to get down, and boy, that's quite a difference. With 0 outs, probably get a guy on second.
Yep.
Instead, you got 1 out, and just in time for the leadoff hitter to come up here, so can make quite the difference in the game. And here we go. We'll see, like you talked about, Mansky, Broughton, Meyer can be a formidable trio here. So we'll see how they do. Ground ball here to short, but Mansky's always going to be hustling, goes hard to first, and does get there in time. You know, no error there. Shortstop didn't do anything wrong. Shortstop fielded exactly how you want him to, threw it exactly how you want, and Colton just flat out hustled and beat that out for the infield hit, didn't he?
And I don't think, you know, either way, I don't think you get him out. And if he does, it would be a spectacular play. But I'd like to see that shortstop maybe charge that and unleash it a little bit quicker. But agreed. I agree 100%. That was a infield single that on Mansky's end.
Yeah, and how about that? You know, that's something you don't see every time. You don't and you don't see it all the time from the Stars that they're running as hard as they can all the time. Kudos to Mansky.
Yep.
You know, you do that at any level. I don't care if it's Legion or what it is. You're going to be safe a lot because you know, these guys aren't pro fielders, and just like that, you can get yourself another hit out of the deal, or at least get another person on base for your team.
Well, you're just not giving yourself a chance by jogging. I mean, you know, if Colton would have been jogging to first, that shortstop could have bobbled that ball and still thrown him out.
Yeah.
And in this case, he had to make a perfect play, and he still didn't get him. And a great throw still didn't get him. So
yeah, you're kind of just increasing the defender's fielding percentage for
100%.
him. And with that, helping the other team have a better chance of winning it, of course.
Yeah.
So fun to see Mansky just really playing at a high level across the board, and he's arguably one of the most fun kids to watch in the system right now.
A nice little hit by Keegan.
Yeah, Keegan crushed that thing. Took a low pitch, almost looked like it was a little low on the inside, and crushed that to left.
I think that's his wheelhouse, though. I think that's where he gets to extend and get fully extended through. I think that was, I think that's where he excels most.
Here comes Jack Meyer, the catcher. Just threw Ehrman out on the base pass in that last inning. We hope that he's okay. It looks like Ehrman is out of the game, not in center field any longer, but hopefully he's able to bounce back as Broughton takes the second base on defensive indifference.
So once again, we've got our leadoff batter and our second batter on second and third and second respectively. And then we got our third batter at the plate, possibly getting in a couple runs here.
Yeah.
That's going to should be a run here.
Nice job there. That's just good baseball by all involved. Meyer with the sac fly. Everything about those three boys is unselfish when it comes to playing team baseball and just wanting to win. Love to see that. Here comes Jack Swicky, first baseman, with 2 outs. Runner in scoring position in Broughton. And we've seen Swicky put some hurt on some balls this year.
Yeah, he is. He's a dangerous hitter. I like the more I watch, these kids play, and he's got to get a little bit more stable on his feet there. But a lot of people now are, they're getting closer to the plate. They're becoming more aggressive at the plate, crowding that plate almost, where they're making the pitchers beat them.
Yeah, you look at that right foot. The toes are not very far from the plate there for him. Nice play by the third baseman, cutting that off. Throwing it over, that's Huey. Throwing it over to the first baseman, Johnson. And there we go. We're tied up here, 3-3, as we move into the 5th inning. Keep watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
Late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com.
Order yours today, and we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
We're back here as number 21, Landon Clifton, the leadoff hitter and shortstop, comes to the plate. Got a pop fly to right, and now Myron will have a chance to do the same thing that Broughton did for Carrington here. As Radke Hui comes up, we saw him make a really nice play to end that the last inning. Like you said, looked like Swicky was running hard whole way, and Hui just made a really nice play and cut him down by about a half a step. Little curveball there coming at him, and almost clipped the inside part of the plate, looked like. Once again, really appreciative of these fine umps that we get out here. Lucky to have them. Lucky, one of our calling cards is to have 2 umps at all the games, even in the youth tournament. You go to a lot of places now. We just that's not the experience or the expectation. So we want to try and offer that as much as possible. And then fun to watch some of the younger umps ump with the older guys and have the older guys mentor them through it a bit.
We are blessed. The Honorable Dakota family has now entered the building. Except for Matthew.
Oh, okay. Nice little play there. I like what Jack Meyer did there. Drop third strike. And, a lot of times you'll see people beat the glove a bunch of times and throw it down there just in time to get him out. He got rid of it right away, which gives the first baseman time if that ball's off course or anything like that to still get the out. He just, really just making the smart play and not the play that brings attention to yourself.
Yep, for sure.
Here comes Isaiah Otis, catcher. We've seen him do some really nice things. Really aggressive player. Looks like he's trying to do whatever he can to help his team win. He went and with reckless abandon trying to dive and get that get the pop fly over there by the first base dugout. Keegan pumping it up there a little bit. Throwing it hard.
Keegan is now at 70 pitches.
Okay.
71. Still in a pretty good spot. to complete this game if he does, if everything goes right for Keegan.
Yeah, that's a coach's dream there. If you can have your first pitcher go out there and just take that first game. Really nice inning once again by Broughton. And we're sitting here all tied up 3-3 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keep watching on yourliveevent.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Nice matchup here so far. Welcome back. As we got two pitchers putting in good games between Evan Johnson of Carrington and Keegan Broughton of Casselton for the Black Stockings here. 3-3 going into the 5th inning. Nice efficient game. This game got started at 1. Tight timelines for these games where you can fall behind pretty quickly and pretty easily. But sitting good so far on this game. We'll see how that goes. Here comes Elijah Halverson, the third baseman, to lead off the inning for the Black Stockings. It'll pop up, I should say, to the first baseman, Johnson. And that will bring up Jake Myron, the right fielder. Made a nice play in that last half inning here. Really had good defense across the board for both teams, I would say, so far. Making these offensive teams earn every run they get because they seem like they've hit pretty well to really only have 3 runs each. So. Pop fly to right. Once again.
That kid is solid.
Once again, really nice play there by Broughton. He's starting to pile up the catches out there and right. Then all those could have done a lot of damage. So a nice job by him. Here comes Easton Klein. Had a really nice day at the plate so far. Looks to try to continue that. Hits a hard one to center. And a nice catch out there by the center fielder. I haven't gotten the number on that young man yet to see who replaced Ehrman, but we will try to figure that out.
Van Ray is his name.
It's Van Ray, okay.
Yep.
Garrett Van Ray is out in center field, number 10. Still 3-3 as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Keep watching on yourliveevent.com.
Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Chris.
All right, we're back. We're back from break here with Evan Johnson, the pitcher. Had a really nice game, and Keegan Broughton equally having a nice game pitching here. They both seem to go about it about the same way. You know, they're throwing them pretty hard with just a little bit of got some bend on some of their pitches here as well, keeping guys off balance, but able to throw it past some guys too. So fun to watch. Hit well there. That's going to be a tough play by Mansky. Really nice hit there by the pitcher, Evan Johnson, to lead off the inning. And now Carrington has something going. And left fielder, number 1, James Rao, coming to the plate.
Yeah, even if Mansky gets to that ball, which he dang near did, he's not going to throw him out. But that was
tough.
The effort there was really good.
Yeah, we're not charging any gate here, but he'd be worth the price of admission if we were watching Colton Mansky play, isn't it?
That is a dad joke, bud.
Thank you.
And a good one, though.
Thank you.
Got to give it to you. But yes, I agree. Yeah, he is.
Well, he plays hard in all 3 areas. You know, whether he's pitching, hitting, fielding, and he's a really good player on top of that. So he's one of those that we want to take our T-ball or Pee-wee or rookie kids and bring him up here and point and just say, do that.
Yep.
Just act like that.
Yeah, he is, regardless of anything else, he is you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every night. Oofed.
Ooh, there he had a shot at that one.
Oofed.
That one went to, and that's getting past Easton. Yeah, uncharacteristic there. Ball got past 2 guys, and I think both of them would say that they could have had that. And then once again, now what happens is you ruin your forces, right? So you have 0 outs, and instead of guys on, you could have possibly had some outs there, but at the very least you could have had first and second. And now you got 2 guys in scoring position with no outs, and we'll see how Keegan handles this from a composure perspective, and see if he can keep on attacking the zone. Close to a beanball there. As the first baseman, Lakin Johnson, steps into the box. Infield in for the Black Stockings.
Nice little pitch there, outside corner.
Yeah.
Not many kids are going to hit that ball.
No. And if they do, that might get you exactly the ground ball you want to the second baseman or the pitcher. So smart by Keegan. That one caught a little more of the plate, but still throwing strikes. And Connor Lorenz with the first out. Big out for the inning.
Top 6. Was that an inning off?
No. I was just saying it wrong. It was hard to tell.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Keegan doing a really nice job here. Ever since there's been guys on second and third, he's just like attacking the zone, and we've seen him throw some outside corner pitches. That's a nice little breaking ball there that started at the batter, ended on the inside part of the plate. Pretty savvy pitching here by Keegan. And we've seen when he cranks up and really throws it hard, it's got some zip on it too, so doing a great job. Speaking of doing a great job, we see our Casselton ambulance coming. They are willing to staff the tournament all weekend from a medical needs perspective, whether that's ice bags or wraps or hopefully nothing more serious than that. I suppose we had a little finger issue there going on here earlier in this game. Nice to have them there. We're really appreciative of them, and they help out at most of our tournaments. Yeah, Keegan, this is about as much as you could ask for here. Second and third, no outs, and now you're sitting at second and third, 2 outs. No runs have scored, still 3-3. and your infield gets to move back. Infield and outfield gets to move back as Adrian Otis, the second baseman, comes to bat here. And now Keegan's, once again, throws the first strike of the game. And now, once again, he's 1 out away from getting out of here. There's a pop fly. Can Sawicki get there? Does he have enough room? Nice attempt there by Sawicki. Had an interesting play the other night in the Legion game. Our top Legion team is called the Haymakers. And Bryce Mueller, the first baseman, came over, made a really nice catch by the first base dugout, but his foot was already on the cement of the dugout when he made it, so that catch was called off correctly. But not a play that you see very often, because for one thing, the dugout has to be set up in a way where that can happen. So, but nice play nonetheless. Big play in the Park River Pirates versus Casselton Haymaker game.
Yeah, that's a nice pitch, Dan. Tell
Keegan.
you what, he got guys on second and third, and boy, he figured it out quick.
Yeah, second, third, no outs. That's probably one in earlier years for Keegan. He might have kind of struggled with that, or kind of let the outside influences mess with him a little too much, and he just kept his composure and really started to execute at a high level. Good for him. So here we go. We're moving to the bottom of the sixth inning. My apologies, I had that wrong last inning. Keep watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
And here comes, first off, welcome back. And here comes Connor Lorenz leading off the bottom of the sixth inning. Something looked a little strange there about that swing, but and not anything that he did, but I didn't know if it maybe was I don't know. It almost it didn't seem like it was just the bat hitting the ball there, but I think that was more just my eyes than anything else. But little grounder to the pitcher. Nice play by Evan Johnson again. That's not a good place for that ball because the right fielder has shown he's going to catch that. But nice job by Jack. Jack got into that one pretty good, just got a little under it. And nice play out there in right field once again by Broughton. And this, if you're Carrington, you love having the top of the order up here with 2 outs and nobody on. Boy, he hit that one hard. He's going to be, that center fielder got there in a hurry. I thought he was going to be running for a while there, but Van Ray came over and made just a terrific catch in the gap there. And once again, Van Ray's in because Ehrman went out. Nice looking player there. And we are stuck here at 3-3, going to the top of the 7th inning. Keep watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Casselton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Casselton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Casselton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Welcome back here in the 7th inning, 3-3. Couldn't ask for much more in the first game of the 2026 Diamond Days tournament. The Babe Ruth tournament goes from Friday through Sunday. Everyone gets 3 games, 1 game per day. The youth tournament is a Saturday and Sunday where everyone gets 3 games, 2 on one day, 1 on the other day. We like how it's a little easier to manage arms when you do that. And so 3 games seems like a good number. So up to bat here now is going to be number 10, Garrett Van Ray, who really made a great play in that last half inning to go over to left center and catch that ball from Mansky that was crushed by Mansky. Thought with his speed and hustle he'd be on third, and instead it was just a very quiet out in Van Ray's glove. Wyatt Fott into pitch. We've talked about him a little bit. He ran earlier. So, came in for Sawicki and then went out. And now when he comes in, that should mean that regardless of what happens, Sawicki is – oh, no, Sawicki is still first. So he must have – I wonder what kind of running that was there and for first base for Sawicki. We can check on that here later. But hitting now is Van Ray. Ducks under that one. Good luxury here to have a guy like Fott able to pitch, come in and be your closer for this game, or I shouldn't say closer because it's 3-3, but able to come and try and shut it down. This will go to the top of the order for Carrington. Shortstop number 21, Landon Clifton. So both teams will have the higher part of their order involved here in the 7th. See which one can use that to capitalize. Fott beamed Clifton. So Clifton will get a free pass there. All he had to pay for that was a ball in the back. Here comes Radke Hui. Third baseman for Carrington. Jack Meyer going to come and do a little talk like we saw Otis do for Carrington, and I'm going to go and talk and see what their plan is here. I suppose you got a couple things. You have the hit by pitch that can make you kind of wonder and think about what to do there, and then also the rain's starting to come down. So it might be a little bit of, hey, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do on a stolen base and all that? Pop fly to Sawicki.
Makes it look pretty easy there.
Yep. Second out. What do you see with Wyatt, Kale?
You know what? He's a strike thrower. I think he's a perfect complement to Keegan here. You know what I mean? I think Keegan's a little bit more. I think Mike's got a little, or Mike. I keep saying Mike. That's his dad.
That's his dad, the honorable mayor of Casselton.
I think Fott is a little bit more in control, of the strike zone. I don't know if he throws as hard. I think he does throw enough where he needs to, but I think he nibbles a little more.
Yeah, that was just a little. It looked like about pretty close to the outside corner, not quite there. Interesting to watch. It looked like he was about to come set and had to wipe his glasses off, I suppose, with the rain coming down. So it'll be interesting to see how he manages that with rain coming down pretty good and wearing glasses. Hopefully the bill of his cap can keep him clean there.
Yeah, that's got to be a little annoying, and
You got another pop fly. Mansky's over there calling for it, taking charge. Got the last out there. That can be tricky looking up into those raindrops, isn't it?
Yeah, it's and I'm guessing there's a little bit of a wind that's picking up here too, so you're battling both elements there.
So 2-3-4 will be coming up here for the Black Stockings. Keep watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
Casselton Parks and Recreation provides a wide range of programs, activities, and community events throughout the year. From parks, facilities, shelters, and outdoor spaces, they're perfect for gatherings, recreation, and enjoying a peaceful break in nature. Enjoy Cottonwood Golf Course for a fun and challenging round of golf for every skill level. To book a tee time or to find out more about Casselton Parks and Recreation, go online to CasseltonParks.com. That's CasseltonParks.com.
And we are back. Welcome back here as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And a reminder that we'll be giving out some awards whenever this game shall end. And we'll talk about the player of the game. That's our Enbridge player of the game. And then we'll talk about the HTC connection of the game, which is usually a big hit, or at least that's how Kale and I like to do that one. And then we'll talk about the Agassi Precision play of the game. So we'll see whether that's in the 7th inning or the 19th inning. We'll see here this afternoon. I'm not sure where Johnson is at from a pitch count perspective. Kale, do you?
Let's just see here.
You want to take a look at that, and then while you're pulling that up, if you're the Black Stockings, you got to feel really good about who you have coming up. Only thing better might be if Mansky still hadn't at bat here, but you got 2, 3, 4 with Broughton, Meyer, and Sawicki. Then even after that, you got Elverson and Myron and them. So this is a good place to be. And Keegan, good leadoff hitter here.
Yeah, that was hit that pretty hard, but straight foul. Looks like Johnson's got 74, now 75 pitches here in his.
So he can probably
go a little while here if he needs to.
And not a lot of what would you call it? Arm usage when you're throwing that few pitches per inning. When you're in the 70s and it's the 7th inning, that's pretty efficient. Anytime you're under that 15. Around 15 pitch per inning or under, that's pretty dang good.
And he's about 2/3 to 2/3 to 1/3 strikes to balls.
Wow.
So yeah, wow. It's almost right there. 51 to.
So Keegan has worked an even count here, 2-2. Got an inside corner pitch there as Keegan goes down on strikes. And that will bring up Jack Meyer here. Big out. That was a really big out for Carrington, wasn't it?
It absolutely was, especially with the hitter of Keegan's capability.
Evan keeps pounding the zone here for Carrington. What a luxury for them.
Good swing there by Jack.
Yeah.
Just went right over top.
Yeah, Evan definitely doesn't seem to be slowing down here late in the game. Seems to be throwing hard. But Jack's standing in there, taking good hack. Ooh, that's a really nice hit there within himself, hitting it to the right side. As Sawicki will come to the plate. Runner at first. Got a runner coming in here as Carson Mitchell, number 12, will be running for Sawicki. My fault, that wasn't Sawicki's courtesy running for Meyer. That's twice in the game that the Black Stockings have done. They've gotten doubled off on very similar plays. That cannot make Coach Coppervig too tickled. And here we go. We're going to get some free baseball this afternoon as we move to the top of the 8th inning. Keep watching here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
All right, we are back here. Going to the top of the 8th inning here. Wyatt fought on the mound here for the Black Stockings.
That's what we call free baseball, Matt or Brent.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's about how that works, right? You
pay to see seven.
Got kind of tight time slots, and it's your first game of the tournament, and why not go long in that first game, right? But good game. This has been a good game, and it's really been well played. You can have a long game and have it be hard to watch. Where this one's been really fun to watch.
I tell you what, I'd rather watch a 3-3 game that goes extras versus a 10-0 or whatever and have it go quick. That's just me, though. There's nothing worse than, and especially with with two young teams, you just don't want to see blowouts.
I'm with you. So Isaiah Otis, they're going to play the California rules. So Isaiah Otis, who is the last out of last inning, gets put on second base with one out. And then what the Black Stockings decided to do, nice play by Klein getting over there. What the Black Stockings decided to do was walk Evan Johnson there. So that's why they have guys on first and second. And as we get caught up here, James Rao, the left fielder, hits a pop fly to left center. And Connor Lorenz is now out in center, and Easton Klein's in left. Easton did a really nice job of getting over there, covering a lot of ground, getting over pretty near the center fielder to catch that ball. So now we got two outs, runners in first and second, and the first baseman, Lakin Johnson, is up. Coach Coppervig has to feel really good about that first out there.
Yep. And that's what you're getting out of Fott. He's going to throw strikes. He's going to make you win or lose in this case. He's going to make you hit ground balls, fly balls. That's his game. That's how he throws. He's going to get strikeouts, no question. But I think that's essentially what he's going to do.
I think the play by
good stop by Jack there.
That's really good. That could be, that's such a huge play because if that gets past him, all of a sudden you got two guys in scoring position. You take away the force. Gives, as long as you keep them at first and second, you have a lot of ways to get those guys out that you wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah, it is a small point, but a huge thing.
And then we could also go back to that catch by Klein. You think of there's a lot of outfielders that can just catch that ball that's coming right to them, and but that one's a difference-making play. He got over there and made the play, and here we go. We got bases loaded. Designated hitter number 34, Jackson Zink, coming up. Jackson bats in the 7 hole for Carrington. Up here at a big spot with bases loaded. Wyatt seems to be throwing as hard as he has so far. And like you said, so far everything's right around the zone.
Zink is 1 for 3 with a single.
Okay.
And a strikeout.
He can touch it. Yeah, that's our Keegan. You can just see he knows what he's doing out there, right? Like not everybody would just know, hey, he's letting that ball get closer to him so he can just grab it, touch third. Has to make sure that he gets it before it goes fall. Just a really savvy play there by Broughton. And now here we go. We're moving to the bottom of the 8th inning, 3-3. And we will have the California rules once again for the Black Stockings. So stay tuned and keep watching here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions today and beyond with the Drain Tile Project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
All right, we are back. Welcome back. And we have Otis is in to pitch. That is Adrian Otis from second base. Comes into the game here. Or not comes into the game, comes into pitch. And looks like Jack for Dakota.
Eli Halverson's coming up here. And I hear what you're saying. He's going to go run. He's going to go to second run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not sure if it needs to be your last out or what the rule is there. But Jack for Dakota is now heading to second base. Elijah Halverson, third baseman.
I believe in the Legion game, I think it has to be your last out. But I don't know if that's the same thing that this is the same rules here.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the rule is there. That's it. Well, the center boy. I tell you what, Van Ray didn't start this game out there, but he is quite good out there in center field. A really nice play out there.
Yeah, he has covered some ground, and he looks comfortable doing it.
Now Jake Myron comes up with 2 outs. Got the runner in scoring position there with Jack for Dakota out at second.
Eli, he hit that hard. That was a hard hit ball. It was he didn't lollipop it. It wasn't just a fly ball. I would say it was really close to a line drive, and on both ends it was just good hit and even better catch.
Just like everything else we've seen today, just really well played game.
Yeah,
right. Everyone doing the right things, and fun to see. 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. They stopped something. What happened there? Bach. All right.
At any rate, Jack Verkota will take third, but I think they would rather have the hit because he may have scored.
Yeah, Black Stockings definitely taking the hit there instead.
And it's not 0-2 with 2 outs. So, well, that happened.
Yeah, not very often a balk is a good thing for the defensive team, but I think that one it probably was. Whew, that got a little scary there for Carrington. The shortstop Clifton makes the play. We got 3 outs, and we are now heading to yet another inning of ball. And keep watching here on YourLiveEvent.com to see how this one turns out.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Welcome to the 130th Annual Norman County Fair, June 24th through 27th, Ada, Minnesota. FFA Day. New this year, Jindo Bingo, the big air ATV show in the RJ Broadcasting Grandstand. Plus free music, basketball challenge, check 6 veteran.
We are back there. Nice.
Oh, no.
That was a good run down there. We'll see. I have a feeling Coach Coppervig is going to talk about did the ball get pushed out of his hand, or did it just come out naturally there? This is worth the discussion, no question.
I can definitely see both.
Yeah, for
things.
sure.
I mean, the ball the ball was in Mansky's glove, or is that Eli? No, that's Colton. If he's got the ball there, and as long as I don't think there's a pushing effort to get the guy or slap at the ball, I'm guessing that sometimes if it's just not in there secure enough, it definitely could come out. But I guess that's going to be at discretion. It looks like he's going to stay safe.
Yeah, we've seen a little of everything here, haven't we?
Yeah.
So there, Van Ray now is getting intentionally walked to go to first. So to catch everybody up, we're doing the California rules here once again, and the gentleman that's at second hit a ground ball to third. They get in a run down there and have him tagged, but the ball fell out of his glove, so he's safe. And there was no effort to knock it out of his hand, so that's what it's deemed. And then you have runners at second and third there. Oh,
that's a big hit.
You have runners at second and third there with one out, and the Black Stockings choose to intentionally walk. And now big hit there.
Now batting, second baseman.
Really big hit there by the leadoff hitter Clifton. So they do take the lead, 4-3.
That's a big hit. I don't know how else to slice that. It's like,
yeah,
and Keegan's, he's kicking himself for that, but that was a sharp hit ball. That's not a.
No, Keegan did everything he could.
He did. He's just, that's not a ball. I mean, he probably felt like, I should have had that. Well, that's his expectation, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it was a hard shot to the line.
And he fully extended, dove to his right, and the ball was outside of his glove. So it's definitely nothing he could do there. But bases loaded here, one out, 2 quick strikes by Fott. Good job there. And Hui doing a nice job of battling here. Yeah, this game has been a little bit of everything. Well-played game, fast-paced game, getting through innings in a hurry. It's been a joy to watch.
The proverbial Chase Miller bingo card here has provided us with almost a blackout.
It's pretty full.
Yeah.
It's pretty full. And just some clarification on that on last inning when Dakota was running. Dakota was out of the game because
Connor
Lorenz had come in. So then he came in to run.
That's a good play by
that's Halverson there at second.
At Eli Halverson. Good, really good heads-up play.
Yeah, that's not an easy play. They're going to your left out at second base. It's not a close throw, but did a really nice job there. I have to imagine at this point, if you can get out of this half inning with just a 1-run deficit, you feel pretty good about that for the Black Stockings and Coach Coppervig.
Yeah, that's
especially with California rules.
Yep. Just so many things can happen. I mean, I feel like there's been, even though you haven't seen in terms of run scorage, but just the amount of action has changed dramatically in the last 2 innings. With the terms of where the guys on base, just the things that have happened, it's been pretty fun.
Kudos to Isaiah Otis there. He just stood there waiting. He was willing to take that hit by pitch, but it just snuck behind him.
He has a rocket shot, that fall ball.
Yeah, it was.
A little bit ahead of it there, bud.
Was. What's really fun is you just watch him. So you see a kid at the plate ready to take a hit by pitch. Nice.
Yeah, see,
nice catch
there you go, Keegan. There's your ball.
Nice catch by Keegan. You see Wyatt Fott, after every pitch, he's like taking off towards home. He's just doing whatever he can to make a play. Just a lot of kids that want to win out there, which makes it fun to watch for us older people. So here we go. We will move to the bottom of the 9th inning. Once again, we'll be at California Rules. 1-run lead by Carrington. Keep watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
Senior Day, racing, the Mooncats, lumberjack shows, and so much more. For the full schedule, visit NormanCountyFair.com. Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 24th through 27th. It's where summer begins and the fun never ends.
All right, we are back. Bottom of the ninth inning here, 4-3, and 4-3 Carrington as you go to the bottom of the ninth. Wherever the season takes you, Bank North is here with local banking, local decisions, and a commitment to the communities they serve. Learn more at banknorth.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Was just in Bank North in Casselton today to go pick up some of the tournament umping money and different things like that we needed. So appreciate the small town bank that Bank North is, and the partnership that they have in so many ways with not only Casselton baseball but everything in the community. And here we go. So who's going to be our runner here at second base?
Connor Lorenz.
Myron. Okay. Is it Jake Myron's? So he must have been the last out this time. Maybe, maybe not. No, maybe not. Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, he would have been. He's that works out pretty handy for them. Left fielder Easton Klein, who's made some really nice plays out in left, and he's had a really good game at the plate, steps in. Once again, Easton has done a lot of umping, a lot of coaching for the young kids here in Casselton. Nice swing. Nice pitch by Otis, too.
He's come in and done a really nice job to fill in at the end here. He is throwing a lot of strikes. He's getting a lot of pitchers to do a lot of different things. That's a good hit.
Yeah, that's going to hit the gap. Klein just having a whale of a game.
Going to be a bang at home, and he scores. Yeah, that's a good play by Easton.
All right, so now Klein finds himself at second base with one out. Connor Lorenz coming to the plate. So what's Easton at the plate for this game? I think he's had a really good game at the plate.
Let's see here.
He must have at least 3 hits.
He is 2 for 4 with a RBI, or just that run scored is just his first RBI there. So not bad. I tell you what, the Black Stockings are out hitting Carrington 9-7 here, and let's see if this can pay off here.
Little bloop there to left, but that's going to be tough. What a play!
That's just a great catch.
James Rowell with a phenomenal catch out there in left. But it seems like that's a broken record with the outfielders today. Really good catches from both sides. Now we got 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th inning, tied up. Guy at second. Thought the pitcher has a chance here. Looks like that's a pop fly to first baseman. First baseman Johnson squeezes it to end the inning. And we have some more extra baseballs. We'll head to the 10th inning. Keep watching on yourliveevent.com.
The World of Outlaws late models are coming to Norman County Raceway on June 30th, 2026. Infield seating, your chance to meet your favorite National Touring Series drivers, and much, much more. Tickets are available now at ncraceway.com.
Order yours today, and we'll see you June 30th, 2026.
Welcome back, and wow, we are just treated to a terrific game here so far. The fall balls for these games are sponsored by Xcel Energy. Xcel Energy is proud to support Casselton baseball and the community spirit that brings everyone together. Xcel Energy, making energy work better. Here comes the the starting pitcher in today's game for Carrington, Evan Johnson.
Who do we got going to second base here?
I'm interesting, once again, an intentional walk. So we are fully expecting that there will be first and second with one out.
Looks like the umps and coach who you're trying to figure out a few things here.
What if they're trying to figure out who needs to be out there? And who's going in there now is number 32, Isaiah Otis, with Evan Johnson leading off this inning. Looks like they're going by the person that was out last.
You know, and I think that I do, you know, I can understand why you'd want to, you know, walk the guy and get him to load it. It makes perfect sense.
Yep.
But I think, you know, with Evan Johnson, I think, you know, with the big hitter he is, I suppose that doesn't it doesn't figure into how Carrington wants to do it. It's more about Casselton. So that's even more of a bigger, like, yeah, that makes more sense. That just should be an infield fly rule.
Oh, nice play by Halverson there.
Looks like he called it.
All right, now we have 2 outs. Lake and Johnson, first baseman. You know, it's amazing that we're only an hour and 50 minutes into this, and we've already played 9 full innings here in the top of the 10th. Runners at first and second. Wyatt has done a nice job since coming in, just like his predecessor, Keegan, did. Keegan Broughton with the start today. Did a really nice job pitching and really went blow for blow with Evan Johnson from Carrington all game. And now, like you said, the both relievers have come in. Adrian Otis for Carrington and Wyatt Fott for Casselton. Both look really good here. So if you're Lake and Johnson here at the plate, Cale, what are you looking to do?
Yeah, you got to at any rate, you got to get a hit, or you know, if you can lean your knee into one here, I'm doing it. I mean, you got to give your next batter a chance at it. You know, yeah, that's just filthy right there, because, you know, and it's simply a fastball, but there's no way, I shouldn't say no way, they're very difficult for him to hit that ball.
Yeah, right on the outside corner. We'll be heading to the bottom of the 10th inning. Keep watching on yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
All right, we are back. Welcome back. 4-4. Once again, we'll be in the California rules.
This whole thing is screwed up. This whole game changer is all screwed up. If they got Wiki on second.
Looks like Fod is going to be heading out to second base here.
That's why it's Ruthie, because is Colton hitting? What's that? Is Colton hitting? Yeah, Colton's hitting it. Right here they've got Jake Myron hitting, but
And here we go, Wyatt Fott heading to second base. And Colton Mansky leading off.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I think Coach Kobrivic and Coach Boer are liking what they're seeing right now. They got Mansky here, and then they got Broughton up next. They're not going to walk him here. They're going to let him hit. Yeah, that's...
Well, they got Carrington has to be happy with those results. Hitting it to James Rao, who's just one of the all three of the outfielders out there have just had terrific games. And then if you added Weston Ehrman, who started in center field, you could say all four of the outfielders.
Without question.
Here comes Keegan Broughton. 2 outs. So this is interesting. We went to California Rules the other night in the Legion game, and they did it with 0 outs. Makes quite a difference when they're doing it with 1 out compared to 0, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's twofold, I think. I think it's probably a little easier for Legion kids to get the outs, which, you could argue. But, I think that, the rules from Babe Ruth and, to Legion, they differ in certain aspects, and that's one of them. That's a good hit by Keegan.
Yeah, that's it really well. That we got Wyatt
We'll see
going
what we
here.
got here. That's it. Good hit by Keegan.
And that's the ball game there. Keegan Broughton with the big hit over the first baseman, which scores Wyatt Fott. And that's the ball game. What an awesome game. 5-4. Casselton and Carrington, 2 good teams. Just a terrific game all the way across the board. Can't say enough good things about everybody involved. So the after the break, we'll give out some awards, and the first one we'll give out is the Precision Play of the Game, Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer, Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Then we'll do the HTC connection of the game. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. And then last but most certainly not least, we'll be doing the Enbridge player of the game. Life Takes Energy. Enbridge, energy for life. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Stay tuned after the break, and we will hand out these awards.
Is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
All right, we are back and ready to give out some awards. Unbelievable game. 10 innings. All these other games in this tournament are going to have a lot to live up to based on that crazy first game. So 5-4 Black Stockings. All right, so we're just had maybe a 11th hour switch there in one of our awards, but okay. Well, first off, we're gonna start out with the Agassiz Precision Play of the Game. Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Something that stood out for us was actually for Carrington, 2 double plays in one game. Talk about that a little bit, Cale.
We talked about it. I had kind of expressed a little bit of a concern on the plays, but both Headsy plays by Carrington on 2 pop flies, and both times Casselton getting thrown out and doubled up. I mean, when you have a close game like this, completely the whole game. Those plays can turn big and turn big in a hurry. And unfortunately for Carrington, this time it did not work out for them. But to me, those are plays of the game that stood out to me as far as things that it didn't necessarily implicate the game, but it maybe turned Casselton on a downswing type of thing is my thought.
So the next one will be HTC connection of the game. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect. HalsteadTel.com. So connection of the game, that was an easy one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Keegan Broughton's walk-off was easy. Not surprised by from Keegan, but the other thing is that he went to Oppo on that, and that's a good play to make. And honestly, Carrington made it somewhat close, a little closer than it maybe should have been. But Whitefott is not slow. He came from second base on that nice little single by Keegan. And that's our connection of the game.
Yeah, I think just in general, something that stood out on the connections of the game of all the hits is really both sides hit the ball well. A lot of strikes thrown, so they had to kind of force the action. Really good defense. That to kind of go back to the Agassi thing, a lot of good defense. We talked about the outfielders all day long. They're just like you really had to earn your run. So just well played game across all 3 phases. So the last but not least here, Enbridge player of the game, Life Takes Energy, Enbridge, Energy for Life, Enbridge.com for career opportunities. This was our 11th hour switch. It seems to be a broken record, though, when we watch the Black Stockings. Who do you have as the MVP?
Colton Mansky, our shortstop. Quietly 3 for 5, 1 RBI, 2 runs scored. I don't know if you could say enough about the kid. The fact that it's quiet. The only thing that wouldn't necessarily surprise me, but a 5 for 5 or a 4 for 5 game would be a little bit more dynamic. But he does it just because I think that he expects that of himself. He puts himself in those positions to be, 3 for 5 and things like that. I don't think. And I know a lot of people, it's extremely cliche, but this is true in this case. I got to know Colton a little bit, in the last year or so, and doing some extra stuff, over the wintertime. And the kid doesn't, never ceases to amaze me how hard he works. So, yes, today's Enbridge player of the game is Colton Mansky.
Yeah, a guy's good when you remember the times he didn't get a hit.
Yeah.
Right? Because he just absolutely hammered a couple balls that were the nice catches that we're talking about out in the outfield, and then you look at his stat line, and you're like, oh, he was like 3 for 5 or whatever, right? He's just super good. And the thing that we noted too is he just hustles all the time. He's always pushing the envelope. Joy to watch across all 3 phases. As you kind of look through the box score of this game, what stands out to you?
Like we said, Colton was 3 for 5. Keegan was 2 for 5, including that walk-off. Actually, he was 3 for 5 because they don't have it in here, but no, he was 2 for 5. Excuse me. Easton Klein 2 for 4. 9-10 hits for the Black Stockings. Pretty good day for them. And then Keegan and Whitefott, pitching today. Keegan had 94 pitches and 55 strikes, and then Wyatt had 43 and 25. Not bad day for the 2 guys to pitch. They kept it together, and they put their guys in good position to make some offense turn around. On the flip side of that, though, Evan Johnson pitched a whale of a game. 9 hits, 2 earned, 3 strikeouts. But again, he put his teammates on his back as far as defensively, and he gave his kids, he made sure that his guys got in there and provided a reason for them to come out on top.
Yeah, Johnson and Otis pitched every bit as good. Just unbelievable to have that good of hitting, that good of overall play, and that many innings, and to have it get done that quickly tells you that the pitching and defense was phenomenal today. So treat. Hopefully all these games are anywhere near as good as that one. We have Beulah and Lemoore next. The Year Live Events games will only be the Casselton games, so please come out to the ballpark and enjoy these teams. So our next Year Live event game will be tonight at 7 o'clock as the Railcats face Watford City. Hope to see you then. For Cale Lewis, I'm Brent Everson. Have a great rest of your day.